Well, Michael, here we are on the verge of a milestone. It must be a big one. The BBC have turned up to film you today.
Yeah, I think they must be looking for Shaq, so he wasn't around or something, I think.
300 appearances for the club. It's an elite club. We've done a little bit of analysis at the club that's going to be in the programme this weekend. There's not many people have got to that stage.
Yeah, so you told me. I didn't realise until you told me earlier in the week. It's something I'd be quite proud of, really, because I've played over 300 games for Cheltenham as well, so I don't think there'd be many players that have played over 300 games for just two clubs. So, it's something I'll maybe look back on in a few years. Hopefully, it is a few years as well. when I've finished that, I think I'll be quite proud of it.
How many leagues have you actually played in? Have you counted down the pyramid?
Yeah, I can't think what it is now. It's Hellenic, Dr. Martin's Midland, Dr. Martin's Prem, Conference, League 2, 1, Championship, Prem.
8 divisions.
And International.
And International. Yeah. Not bad for a guy who cost us £30,000 back in 2004.
Well, it's one of those. It's a lot got made of the price tag. It was, I think it was described as a calculated risk or something like that. But I think Steve said that to maybe take a little bit of pressure off me, but because I think he obviously thought I was good enough, because he wouldn't have bought me. I thought I was good enough. And it was just having the opportunity to play at a higher level. I thought the chances maybe missed me by, because I was 25, 26, and when I was at Cheltenham, clubs had been looking from the age of 19, 20, and it hadn't really happened. I could have gone to Stoke under Steve, ironically, but that fell through. So I thought my chance had gone. So, given the opportunity when I did, it was take it with both hands.
You're coming into that testimonial year now. Just looking back on the 10 years you'll have been here, how much has changed around the place? How much has the place changed itself?
Well, I think I've said this quite a few times in the last couple of years, when there was maybe a little bit of doom and gloom about when we came out of the Premier League and things. The whole infrastructure of the club, everything. Maybe sometimes supporters don't see is, when I first came, we used to get changed at the ground, jump in your car, drive up to Gawthorpe, train on mud heaps basically. It was so hard to try and get any sort of quality football training because of the standard of the pitches. And now I think we had 8 players as well when I signed. So you look now, and you just look behind you, the facilities. They've got a chef on site, got a canteen, the change rooms are brilliant down here. So it's things like that maybe supporters don't see. It's the club's come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it is sometimes hard to look at where we are now and think we've come down from the Premier League, but of course we made that amazing journey up there, and you were a key part of all that. Yeah, well,
it's strange really, because it doesn't seem that long ago, but I'm the only one left. So I still speak to some of the boys, but to be involved in that day, such a significant day in the club's history, recent history anyway. Again, it's something that I'm very proud of.
You'll look back on that in a few years' time. Of course, there's still work to do in the meantime, and you've got young whippersnappers like Kevin Long snapping at your heels.
No, Long has done brilliant, really. He'd done really well. He went away. He went away and learnt the game, which sometimes is the best thing you can go and do, and especially in the lower leagues. Been there myself. When you've got big uncompromising centre forwards who, if you do maybe take a little bit of a liberty or take a bit of a chance, they soon put you in your place. And he came back last season almost a different player. And then you look at him now, whenever he's come in, he's looked totally comfortable, and I'm sure he'll go on to have a long and successful career.
A little bit like Brian Jensen in some respects. These young ones come along and you keep knocking them out of the play, and you just keep getting your place back in the side. How long can that carry on for, Michael?
I don't know. I feel good at the minute physically. My stats are good with the running, and you got told by the fitness coach how far you've walked, ran, sprinted.
Not walking, I hope.
Well, there's a little bit of walking, but so all body fats and things, they're all on a par with the rest of the lads, which are very good. Because there's no point. I don't get any sort of leniencies towards my way because of my age. Because if I'm playing on a Saturday and there's a 19-year-old centre forward running, I've got to try and catch him. So it's as long as my body will let me, really. And like I said, at the minute I feel okay.
And we've always been, in your time here, and probably before that, we've always been the underdog, the plucky underdog. That's probably not changed, and where we are in the league, second in the league table, people are looking at us and thinking, they can't carry on, but I guess you guys will think differently.
I don't think it's a bad mentality to have. I think it's sort of a mindset I've had during my career, to always be the challenger, because I think the moment you think you've arrived or you've made it, you might as well pack up and go home, because you've got nothing to work for. I'm not sure. I've not even looked at the bookies, but I'm sure we won't be anywhere near there in the betting or anything like that. But that's fine. we just want to keep our heads down, keep working hard. It's cliches, but it's that sort of league. It doesn't allow you to look too far ahead. I think the best thing we can do is maybe reevaluate at Christmas, New Year, see where we are then, and see where we want to go from there.
I was just going to say, last question, how far can this group of players go? Because it is a real little band of brothers we've got again here now.
It's a tough question, because you don't want to be seen to be jumping the gun. So I think, like you say, I think that would be, for me anyway, that would be to see where we are around Christmas, New Year, and then reevaluate. Because if we're still up there, then you start thinking about that. But we could be 18th in the league. You lose 3 or 4 games in a row. It's that type of league. But you know, we're confident that if we can keep people fit, and that we can maybe achieve something.
Well, there's plenty of cheer on Turf Moor at the moment, Michael. I'm sure one will be reserved for you on Saturday, all being well, if selected.
Cheers, mate.
Take care.
Ta.